Hi there. Hi, Kev. I'm getting ready. It's going to be starting soon. All right. Kev, be careful while you're driving, okay? Pay attention. All right. Hello, everyone. Alucard's YouTube channel here, and this is Whatever Happened to the Legend of Zelda. So here we're talking about the first Legend of Zelda game, which on February 21st, that will be its 40th anniversary of release. Yeah, it's been that long. And also, if you were born around that time, this is the day when, if you were born on February 21st, you turn 40 if you were born in 1986 when this game was initially released. So before we get too far in, I just want to talk about some news about video games. So let's go over here. So here's the anniversary. So there's going to be Metroid, and I'll mention that in the next live stream. But February 21st, 2026 will be the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. September 21st, that's my typo, and that's my error. So let me put it in the comments. It's September 21st for Castlevania. Yes, I corrected that one. So, all right. Nintendo will have Switch 2 game cartridges first in Europe with a storage capacity of 128 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes. So, essentially, Nintendo's backpedaling and admitting that they were possibly inconveniencing us. I'm more willing to bet that it's business that did that, but we will see. All right. So here's the big promise, Ultra Fan. You're going to get it before I do. Nintendo's backing down and saying they'll finally do Switch 2 cartridges with 128 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes instead of the 64. gigabytes.
So they're increasing their gigabytes, the space
Yeah,
for the console
for the
itself.
full game cartridges, yes.
About goddamn time.
Yeah. I didn't like the um I didn't like the idea of the key cards, which at least the native Nintendo games like Metroid, Mario, or Legend of Zelda would be the full game on the 64 gigabit card, but the key card is annoying because you have to put the card in, then you download it from the internet rather than just do all download or all card.
That's how they work, unfortunately.
Right. And it
I
was
mean
mostly
that's how it
because
was back in the day, but now.
right. Uh uh yeah, that's how it used to be. But But at first, the Famicom had more space, and we'll talk about it too. Why a lot of these games were first on the Famicom, where you put the floppy disk in, because the floppy disk was more storage space than a solid state cartridge, which is what Nintendo's famous for doing. Uh, insane, insane. And Diablo is just doing another DLC without Diablo himself. I don't get the point. It's at this point where what comes out first, GTA 6 or Diablo actually showing up in person in Diablo?
Well, to be fair, with GTA 6 nowadays, they're still saying that it's gonna get delayed again.
Well, I mean, if it was waiting for next generation consoles, I would understand, but it feels like there's more issues in development than just that.
Probably, but they're still not telling what it is.
Oh my, oh my. That's the game news, anyways, along with the anniversaries, and I'll mention Metroid in the next live stream because that's another 86 game. So now what's funny is Legend of Zelda started from a very innocent and common experience. Actually,
Right.
Miyamoto was talking about how, hey, you remember walking around in the park? Well, I wanted to make a video game about where you walk around in the park with some extra elements like monsters to fight. Initially, they were working on both Super Mario Brothers, but Mario Brothers, anyways, Mario Brothers being the game, came out in '85. They had earlier Mario arcade games, but both Mario and Luigi were 1985. So that was last year, and I can't believe I missed that anniversary.
To be fair, here's the funny part. When Nintendo created the Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, they also added the arcade game of Mario Brothers. But instead of playing like the actual Mario Brothers, you actually are playing Luigi Brothers arcade version. That's
All right.
basically it's basically like replacing Mario with Luigi Direct.
Yeah, and there was a special edition for Mario Brothers that had Duck Hunt, where you use the zapper gun to shoot at the screen.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a cartridge. There was a cartridge that contains two games separate. I mean, it basically like you get to select to play Super Mario Brothers, or you can play Duck Hunt.
Yeah. and but yeah, it was a basic concept that Miyamoto is describing. Just, you remember walking around the park? Let's make a game about walking around the park. Only we'll add little monsters and make it more about exploration as opposed to the linear platforming that Super Mario Brothers was going to have. So they ended up diverging and making two separate games. But like I mentioned earlier, the floppy disks that you put into a Famicom had more data storage capacity than the solid state cartridges, but the solid state cartridges are more durable and more difficult to break.
Right.
So that's the craziest part about it. But almost a year later, that's when the cartridge version came out. But first, it was just the Famicom floppy disk that came out in '86. And I'm also going to include some gameplay footage by Azar, who is, and I'll reference him in the description, but he provides some nice gameplay footage of how the game works. And I feel that that's a good way to just take a look at how it plays and have fun with that. You can read this a little bit?
Let's see.
Or should I make the screen a little bit bigger?
No. I mean, you want me to read on the chat on the YouTube or on the?
Yeah, let's see what the chat says. Yeah, be safe, Kev. Okay.
He's saying that he's driving around, so can't talk or stay real long. But I'm interested in this.
That's fine. So I find it interesting that they. Yeah, no. You can just tell me something you find interesting here on the little factoids.
Well, interesting. Well, the thing is, there's nothing. There's nothing much more I could say because, to be honest, I never experienced any Zelda games, not even the NES or Super. I'll be honest, because the most popular game of the first party was actually Super Mario and Donkey Kong, but Zelda didn't really reach to us in my country.
Yeah, I understand that part.
So I really cannot really say exactly the purpose of the thing that Miyamoto was doing for this game, but I'm pretty sure like some people said that this game is really interesting, but because they prefer the old classic, the nostalgia of the Zelda that they were playing back in the days,
right.
even the one that the Nintendo 64. But the one that they release, like an open world as a third-person action player, to hack and slash for the Nintendo Switch. For some people, they like playing it because you get the environment to explore the entire area, just like how it was from the Wii U. But in some part, like there was something like, I don't know, something that wasn't kind of to make Link look like a hero or something like that.
Oh yeah, and I understand that too. I understand some of that appeal. Having played Elder Scrolls, I do get it. With Elder Scrolls, you have some basic items, but you can go wherever. It doesn't have like the older Legend of Zelda games. You usually have to find certain objects to unlock or access certain areas. Like you need to jump. Oh, I need to get that feather or leaf to jump, or
exactly, yeah.
Get across something. I need a grappling hook, and they have all these areas I can reach now because I can grapple hook over to them. That kind of deal,
right?
And for a lot of the series, for more than 20 years of it before the Switch, that was pretty much the idea. I was annoyed with certain games like Twilight Princess. They spend all the time talking to you about how this works. It's like, I get it. You don't have to keep telling me. Just let me try pushing the button and experiment with it.
Have an experience with it. That's the thing that you need to understand. But yeah.
So yeah, thanks to Azar, I'm going to get this thing here, and I'm going to start with the intro. There. All right, Azar, thank you very much for your footage. You will be credited in the description. So yeah, this is just it. You put in your player name for your save game and get started. Now this one is a little bit more difficult because you need the written manual for the actual map. You can't exactly go look at an overworld map like the later ones. You could.
Yeah,
you have to look into your manual and open it up.
Yeah, you have to look into your manual, look it up, and then you'll have to understand where can you go and what you have to do.
Now, in this game, in the earlier games, your shield just is automatic. You just face there, don't move, and your shield will block for you. Which is, I feel it's pretty easily done. Later ones, you had to actually press a button for the shield, but here you don't really have to.
No.
You just have to not move and
You just
face in
have not...
direction.
Exactly. You just don't have to move and just be careful where you have to go.
Now, the stop. Now they have some things from other Nintendo games, like the stopwatch. So it stopped everyone because I picked up a stopwatch, or I pick up a heart. It gives me another life. It gives me my life meter filled, and then there's bombs or rupees. Unlike later games, this one just takes rupees out of what you have in your wallet to use arrows when you get the bow. The later one would just have a separate category for arrows. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was time constraints and just trying to release it. But he's heading to the easiest dungeon to reach first, which is, you know, a cave is either a shop or it's a dungeon. And just like Mario Brothers, different color enemies means they're, you know, a tougher version of the same one.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty impressive how they did this all with a couple sheets of poster board where they drew out the world map, and they drew out little maps to square sections of poster board for each little dungeon.
Yeah. Too bad it won't show exactly that where you have to go. I mean, it shows in the position where you are, but it won't actually show the entire thing.
Oh, you should have gotten the health medicine, but that's okay.
Yeah, but health medicine, you barely use it, to be fair. It's much more convenient to get the heart, because
Right.
the I forgot how much maximum it was, to be fair, but as long as you have that many hearts, you don't have any reasons to worry about your health. And plus, you have the shield. So
Right.
just be in the right position that you want to block the enemy's attack, and you should be fine. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to look left or right or whatever the enemy is coming for the attack.
Yeah.
A gem. It's a secret for everybody.
Yeah, it is. And it's all those little details. It's just harder in this one because it's earlier limited color schemes. Yeah. Yeah, an extra heart is always good. Always good. Always good.
The good thing about playing these old classic games is that if you have a controller that enables you to use turbo buttons.
Oh yeah, holding down the B button to run faster.
No, not just that, just to use the attack. I mean, to hold the B button to run faster. Just use the regular button, not the turbo button.
And later Legend of Zelda games actually did that. They had it so that you would have a button for your shield, but if you're holding the shield button, you could actually
you can't
push
attack
people with your field. You can push with your shield while moving.
Yeah, because I was about to say, because once you use the shield,
Chaos.
you cannot use your sword. You have to pick
Right.
which tactic is better for you to use. Do you want to block first, or do you want to attack?
Yep. Exactly. Seeing the cracks is hard, but Azad, you're doing great, Azad. You did
And
great,
if
actually.
And if you remember also for Legends of Zelda Sky Sword HD that arrived on the Nintendo Switch, people prefer more to play the HD version of the Nintendo Switch console than it was on the original Wii or Wii U, because on
Right.
that console you have to use nunchucks in order to use some of your moves.
And what's
But on
worse
the
about Skyward Sword is you had to get a special attachment to your Wii nunchuck on top
exactly,
of
exactly, which was annoying. But thankfully, thanks to the Nintendo Switch console, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You just use your controller or the ones from your console and play it just like you play like you're playing on the PlayStation or on the Xbox.
that. Yeah, you don't have to upgrade the
Because you
hardware.
don't have to you don't have to upgrade your hardware. You don't need to get those nunchucks, whatever that you have to use. Just play like any regular game, and that's that.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that annoyed me about Nintendo specifically, and Sega did it to an extent too when they did the 32-bit add-on. But with Nintendo, they often within a single console generation there'd be some new added hardware you'd had to get on your controller, on your controller to run the game, and they did it up to through the first Wii. It was annoying.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though let's say, even though you get yourself a new upgrade, new hardware and stuff for the Wii U, but it doesn't really matter because let me give you an example. Sonic and Mario Winter Olympics, right?
Yeah,
Okay, they're saying that you can use the giant pad on your console, so you can play the sport events and also with your friends. But
Yeah.
there's a limited that you can use. It doesn't work like on all the Winter Olympics because it doesn't work on all the events because some of them you can use the pad, some of them you don't, and you are
Yeah.
required to use the original schematics of controller of the Wii.
yeah. I mean, I have the extra thing for Skyward Sword. It's like it's like about 2 inches long. You just put it onto the end of the Wiimote,
Right.
and then you put the nunchuck attachment to that. It's annoying.
It's annoying. I mean, seriously. And even if here's the thing. There was also another game that had quick time events. It was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Can you imagine for the game to trying to read your inputs when you're trying to do what it says on the screen, your quick time events when you defeat the boss, and it doesn't work, and you take the damage. Or
Yep. I have that
fa-
version. I have that version. You have to tilt your Wiimote for
Exactly.
those quick time events.
Exactly, which is honestly annoying. It's no wonder that people prefer to play that game on the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation Portable.
Yeah. I do like Wii Sports because you technically that's a sword upgrade right there. You technically take the what was I going on? Wii Fit because you're doing simulated exercises. So you step on the it makes sense with what you're doing.
Yeah.
But so you have the pad you stand on and do steps on, but the controller add-ons are just annoying.
Exactly. Now, I don't know. I mean, I never experienced a Wii U, but I don't know. From my personal opinion, that the way how it works and the way how that's not going, yeah.
Yeah.
Country
sorry.
Shape Media says, considering how long Link has been at this, I can totally imagine him repeatedly whacking Ganondorf with the Master Sword while screaming, "Why won't you die?"
Well, he dies. He just doesn't stay dead. I mean, I guess you could ask all those various characters in Castlevania why Dracula does not stay dead.
You can ask those developers that question, and the answer will say he's immortal. He can't die.
Well, yeah.
Well, technically, but
he comes back from the dead. So
yeah,
does
exactly.
Ganondorf.
It's like Tommy Lee Jones from Batman Forever keep asking Batman, "Why won't you just die?"
Yeah. Oh my, yeah. I did like some things about Batman Forever. Just how ridiculous it got as it progressed. How much more ridiculous it got with every new act of the film.
You should see the games how they look, because there's a bunch of versions of Batman Forever.
Oh, my friend had the SNES Batman Forever, and it's just it's if Mortal Kombat was awful, that would be that game.
Yeah, but what about the arcade version or the PlayStation 1?
I'm saying the SNES Batman Forever literally has all these special button combinations to use all of Batman's equipment, plus using regular punches and kicks.
He increased his shield.
Yeah, he got a better shield. Eventually, near the end, you can start blocking fireballs if your shield is upgraded enough. So this game, it does have upgrading equipment.
Yeah, but they're not free. I mean, even though you find them, you need to have the currency in order to get them. Because
Right.
as you notice, that his gem currency already depleted a few.
Oh yeah. Oh, and there's the old fairies where they just heal you. Now later games got a little better on the fairies because you could actually catch them and you release them when you died so that they replenish your life. But
yeah,
because you got a net to catch them in Link to the Past, and then you also got the jars in Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is perhaps my favorite one in this series so far. I mean, I do enjoy Twilight Princess a bit, but I would enjoy Twilight Princess more if it didn't take so long to explain how to do various actions in the game. With each new bit of equipment in Twilight Princess. Batman is perhaps the comic book character that has the most video games made for him. Easily. I mean, it goes back to NES at least. Because NES was where they did Batman Returns, the Tim Burton movies.
They did the Batman with Michael Keaton movie as well.
Tim Burton,
the one...
right. Tim Burton directed those. So they did Batman Forever. They did Batman and Robin on PlayStation.
Yeah, but that one wasn't like really much honest. I mean, the best one was...
No, go ahead.
The best one, for my personal opinion, was Batman Forever for the PlayStation 1. And the arcade
you got a better one than the SNES then.
Yeah. I mean, if you can look, I mean, you can check the gameplay footages and you'll see the differences between these things, but still.
Yeah. Kev, Spider-Man had a lot of video games for him.
Yeah.
It goes back to Game Boy and NES with him as well. There's like 4 on Game Boy.
And there was a few on the SNES as well.
Yeah. And with Batman too, I didn't even include the ones that were based off the animated television with Kevin Conroy either.
Well, there's only one. I mean, based from the animated version. I mean, it's only Batman and Robin for both Sega Genesis and SNES.
There was actually Batman: Rise of Sun Tzu, but that was for
that was for the PlayStation and PC. To be fair, I never touched that. I never touched that one. I never touched that game.
Yeah, it's the one for Sun Tzu is famous for being the one where you can glide with his cape in a video game. That's about it.
So that's how they got the mechanism to glide on Arkham series. for Arkham
Yeah.
Asylum, Arkham City, Knight, and Origins. So yeah, I mean that would explain. Too bad we never found an explanation. Why didn't Kevin Conroy did his role as Batman for Arkham Origins?
Yeah, it wasn't him
I mean,
who did that.
It
It was also
wasn't him.
Troy Baker as the
And
Joker
it was-
too.
Exactly. I mean, why would they hire these guys to do the voice acting and not just use the original characters that were? Because let's be honest, in the animated series, you think they use different characters? No, they use the same thing. Only they just adjusted their voice volume a little bit to sound like they would sound younger. They could have done the same thing for Arkham Origins as well, but they didn't.
Yeah. So this is also back when they didn't really have any they didn't have the single magic meter like they had in later games like Link to the Past. So there's the blue medicine, there's the lamp, which can be useful because it puts fire in front of you like it's a flamethrower like you see right there.
Yeah. Because these items are more useful, so you can burn the grass, so you can look for the hidden secrets, and also the bombs.
Yeah.
But thing is, you gotta, in order to use the right sequence in the right proper ways, you also have to know the game and the entire map. To be fair.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
Oh, it isn't.
It's the same. It's the same thing also with Mega Man games, if NES or any SNES or any other versions. Because how should you know which enemy you should go for first, and then know the other enemy's weaknesses? Because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, back when this game was out, they didn't really have the internet, so people were like telling their friends, "Oh, I know about this secret here." Like, what secret?
Yeah, I mean, no
You
internet
didn't
back
have
in the
game
days.
FAQs, no game FAQs, no YouTube.
And no Genie cartridge either.
Oh yeah, that's true. Game Genie took a while to come out. Even I have some of these secrets I never found either. Then again, I'm not really looking for them when I played it.
To be fair, neither do I. I mean, to be fair, when I play games, I'm not actually looking for secrets. I just want to go for the full experience and try to finish it as fast as I can.
Yeah. But all these secret rupee locations would make this game a lot easier. A lot easier. He hasn't even gone to the first dungeon yet, and he's got expanded life bar, a couple items like the lamp, and
the
medicine.
sword. And the
Yeah.
sword and the shield. I think he wants to do it like first get the upgrade items and then go for the dungeons.
Yep. Well, it was hard for me to do because I didn't know all these secret rupee locations. But I guess now I know some more this time. Oh, wow. Now, I don't like the sand burrowers, but yeah, you need to do something with the statue. I believe that's an entrance right there to a dungeon after those statues. But
Yeah,
be
but you
careful
have
because some of
to-
them move.
Exactly. Well, wow,
Yep.
he took the really expensive one.
Oh, yeah.
Simon Quest was brutal without internet. Oh god,
It is.
Don't talk about Simon Quest, please.
Yeah, you've got a lot to say next time about that one.
Next week we. I'm sorry, but I think next week it's only gonna be negativity on the game.
Yeah, both this and the second Legend of Zelda changed the gameplay style from the original, and then they went back to something more like the original when they did the sequel after it.
Ironically speaking, like, okay, so this is the original game that we're seeing, right?
Yeah.
Ironically speaking, Link can't jump in this game. Yet somehow on
You can get the ladder.
Yeah, but yet somehow people from the Nintendo that created Super Mario Maker 1 and 2, and they gave Mario the ability to pick up a question mark mushroom, and he transformed him into a Link, because there was a level that was basically designed as a Zelda level, right?
Yeah.
And when Mario transformed into Link, guess what? He jumps higher. No, I'm not kidding.
In this game, you have to get the ladder, and Link will put the ladder down and walk over it like a bridge. That's it.
How do you get over the pits? Somebody's asking.
Yeah, that's what I said. You find the ladder in a dungeon, and you use that ladder to put it down. He walks over like a bridge, and you get it back up again after you walk over it.
Look at this. Look at this. Professional pro right there.
So yeah, Chaos. Next time you play it, it's you have to go into a dungeon and find the ladder, and Link puts down the ladder. You walk over the ladder, and that's how you do it. It's that simple.
What a waste! He uses the flame for that for nothing.
So yeah, the one thing about this game is that you don't, unlike later games in the series, you don't have to actually find all the keys in a dungeon. You can actually buy keys if you find the vendor that sells them. They're just treated like expendable items.
Yeah, but who knows how much that's gonna cost.
Right.
I mean, it's one thing to get the upgrade for your weapons, for your sword and shield, but but to get keys, well, that's a different story. I mean, to be fair, I much prefer to find the keys on the dungeon than try to buy them, because.
Right. I mean, there's two ways to get rupees in this one to buy things. One is you get them off a dead monster. The second is that you actually find the secrets, which this guy knows a lot about that I didn't.
Well, this guy Oh my god! Look at this. What the? Whoa!
It's a hidden shop inside there. So the eastmost room in the dungeon is where you find the boss. I believe this is the Aquamentus, where it's like a dragon with donkey legs.
Oh my god!
But he's about to get the dungeon map right now.
I hope it's not the dragon from Shrek that you mentioned.
It's got a dragon head, and wings, but it has donkey legs.
Yeah, but the way how you describe it, it's like one of those dragons from Shrek. I don't know why.
Oh, Dronkies, yeah. I remember that. But no, at least thankfully this came long before Shrek. Even the book happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
Oh, that's it. That's the crack on the emblem right there.
Wait, why did he go back? There was an item over there.
Come on. At least, and the one thing that's cool is that boomerangs are not lethal except to bats. And a few things.
Yeah, but he's using both of them. It's not like he can change them separate. Oh wait, right. Yes he can. No, yes he can. Yes he can.
Yeah, you just hit, because this is the 2-button system they used later in Link's Awakening, where you have a button for your main sword and a button for your secondary item. But eventually in this game, you can get a master key where you just have unlimited keys. But other Legend of Zelda games did away with that whole idea where you just don't have the ultimate key that gives you unlimited keys. obviously, a lot of it would have to do with, well, we have
Wow.
more advanced software and hardware, so we can do more advanced mechanics.
There's the arrow.
There's the bow, yeah. Only you don't use arrows, you use rupees for every time you fire an arrow.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So
I
that
mean, they
means,
fix it later.
and those rupees are gonna cost him. I mean, he has 24, so if he use the arrow, the bow, and fires ruby, he'll have 23 instead of 24.
Yeah. This is online shopping before it was online shopping.
So this is these are consumables not just for shopping but for firing.
Yeah, they later changed it starting with the second Legend of Zelda, where arrows were a separate category, but I think it was production and development where they just use, you consume rupees every time you fire an arrow. So it's like, well, how do you buy? There's no internet. This guy doesn't have internet. It's ancient times.
Oh god, but
The hands.
oh, they're infinite.
Oh, the worst thing is that these hands, if they grab you, they bring you to the beginning of the dungeon. Don't get grabbed by them.
Really?
Yes, they pick you up. They don't kill you. They just pick you up and put you at the entrance to the dungeon. And you have to go back.
And you have to
Don't get
pick all the
grabbed by
keys again. And you have to pick
Well,
the keys
the keys
again.
are still. There's Aquamentus. You see?
I don't know.
Dragon
He's
head.
not that big. He's not that big.
Yeah. But he's got the donkey legs and dragon head. So maybe that's where Shrek got the idea. I don't know.
Maybe.
The Shrek movies, anyways.
Probably. Hey, at least he beat it flawless on the first dungeon.
Yep. Well, you've got all those secrets. Dang. I might have to ask the Zelda YouTuber, like Plakester, where the secrets are.
Or you can just look it up on the internet and you'll find
Yeah.
maps.
I'm pretty sure that's Zelda Dungeon has it somewhere. Oh my. So it's 7 hearts, and that's just the first dungeon. Get the stopwatch. And that's the other interesting thing, is that these, that multiple of these games that started on Nintendo had the stopwatch from the beginning too.
Yeah, just like on the Tank 9090.
Or Castlevania has the stopwatch. And I don't know if Mario's... Oh, and the boomerang can grab something and bring it over back to you.
No, Mario never had the stopwatch.
Yeah, Castlevania had the stopwatch though.
Castlevania had the stopwatch. This game has the stopwatch. Tank 9090 had the stopwatch.
Gotcha. It's an obscure paintball game. Gotcha had a stopwatch thing. It's where you're paintballing.
I think also Bomberman had the stopwatch.
It might have. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go take a look here. You said like barber haircut?
No, Bomberman.
Bomberman. Oh yes, I've played a couple of the Bomberman games. There's quite a bit of them.
Yeah, but annoying, some of them.
Yeah, I mean going around dropping bombs. Oh yes, the stopwatch. It will either increase the time limit for the level or stop time altogether. Okay, yeah, it had the stopwatch.
So it goes both ways. Oh my god! Snakes!
Yup. Now the trick with the snake is that you just won't want to have him facing you, because when he faces you in your direction, that's where he will do the quick charge at you, like he did right there. But if he isn't facing you, then that's kind of, you're safe for the moment until he's pointing in your direction.
Yeah, but the way how they look, anything is possible.
Right. But you can block him from getting to you by getting behind a block, having a block between you and him.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wow, look at the dude
There's a
everywhere.
fairy.
Oh, grab the fairy! Don't let the fairy go.
It's they improve on it a little bit with Link to the Past because they have parts of Link to the Past in the SNES where you're in the dark and you have to turn the light. You have to hold the lantern out or light torches to see what's going on around.
To see what's going on.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story. There was a show that there was a person playing Zelda. I think, but I don't know which console it was. Whether it was the 64 or the GameCube, something like that. I don't know. He played Legend of Zelda. He kept hitting the walls, and he accidentally used his sword and killed his fairy, and a block fall on him. I forgot the name of the show where that happened. I'll be honest, I forgot about it. But
I mean, there are a couple of them. There was the Legend of Zelda for Action Hour with Mario Brothers being the other part of it, and there was also Captain N, the Game Master, which had a bit on Legend of Zelda. It had Mother Brain without ever having Samus, the main character of Metroid, in it either.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really do the darkness in this game so much as it does. You have to light a series of torches to open a door before they all go out. But that's part of what better hardware gave us with SNES.
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure there are certain dungeons in this game that is totally dark, and the only way that you can see what you have to do, you have to light a few torches.
Yeah. But nah, it got more complicated because they had better hardware and storage with SNES, where they could actually have more than a megabyte for a cartridge. So they could do a little bit more with that one.
Well, the question people are asking, which Zelda game is way much more the best?
I mean, I would say that this is just my opinion, so I have a lot of opinions. I felt that Link to the Past was an accumulation of the previous games as the third one in terms of being 2D. I did enjoy Ocarina of Time. I never finished Majora's Mask, so I don't really have an opinion on Majora's Mask. Which I will finish Majora's Mask soon enough, because I'm just gonna get that. I'm gonna get that game because there's other versions of it on multiple consoles, so I'm gonna get Majora's Mask and finish it. So, I mean, Majora's Mask does play with time travel that you had in Ocarina of Time, but it doesn't have as much of the two worlds idea that Link to the Past did and Ocarina of Time did. And Twilight Princess, it's okay, it's cool. You get to use the remote like you're swinging to do sword swinging motions and nunchuck for the shield, but I'm just annoyed by the time they spend time with each new piece of equipment I get. This is how you do it. It's like, I know, I press the button. I don't need to take this long to understand this, how I do this. But the basic double duality of Twilight Princess is you change in between wolf form and human form, and you also have a dark version of the regular world that's taken over by dark shadow magic, and you have to remove the dark shadow magic from one place at a time. But I mean, mechanic-wise, I do like Twilight Princess. It's just I'm annoyed by the time it takes to explain to me. Like, I don't know how to play a Legend of Zelda games. And, you know, to be fair, some people might have played that as their first game. I understand.
Right.
It's just that, you know, having played multiple games in the series, I kind of am able to get the hang of how to do things pretty quickly. I played part of Breath of the Wild, and, you know, I do feel that someone who enjoys an Elder Scrolls game where you're just exploring around in a big world might like it. I mean, I got a bit bored with Breath of the Wild. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet.
Right.
So that's my overview. And Zelda 2's okay. it just changes to do side scrolling when you're not on the world map. So you'd have Link on a flat screen, jumping up, down, using a sword. Oh, this is the Dodongo.
It kind of looks like a Triceratops to me.
Yeah, it is. You have to make him eat a bomb. Yeah, I mean, so Austin, the first time I played it was on the Facebook app NES Games. I don't even know what that Facebook app exists anymore for copyright reasons. But it was different from the first one by a lot. So, I mean, I went played through the second one. I didn't quit. It took me a long time to finish it because I stopped playing it for a while before going back to it. Yeah, I think it was less than a month for Link to the Past, but that one was Game & Watch. Ah, I see. I was playing it on the Facebook app. Yeah. So how are you doing, Austin? Yeah. But, well, as we'll see game footage next week with Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, but it's the side-scrolling thing like Symphony of the Night when you're not going around on the map. Otherwise, you choose places on the map to go. You fight, and it's funny, and it's not surprising when you hear Koji Igarashi talking about how he made those during his time as the producer for Castlevania, how he came up with those Metroidvania ideas when you see Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Yeah, Austin, I'm not even finished with Super Mario yet.
Imagine if there were a cross-play between these first party games like this.
Oh. Yeah, not like Super Smash Brothers, but an actual like.
No. Like an actual 2D game scroll and like I don't know, lets you decide which character do you want to play.
Ah, okay.
With one of the characters, you can either play as Link, Mario, Donkey Kong, something. Then anything. They did it already once with Super Mario Maker 1, and they put it all. Different characters from the Nintendo, including they put funny story. They put Sonic in Super Mario game as well.
Oh yeah, because with Dreamcast just undersold badly. So Sega stopped making consoles. Then they made a deal with Nintendo so that Sonic and Sega games largely went on Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, their collaboration didn't last very long.
Right. But even now, Sonic games anyways are on Nintendo, but some of the games that were on Dreamcast also got a Nintendo GameCube version as well.
Yeah, true. I wish that Sonic and Mario Olympics games was also available on different platforms other than just Nintendo. Because to be fair, I would have loved to play those games. Even the last one, the one that nobody bought trying to stream it. But to be fair, I would have streamed it if I had the opportunity with Sonic and Mario Olympics on Tokyo.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. People, because most people prefer to stream their playing competition multiplayer online. I mean, okay, I understand that, but if you can't find any people, then why don't you just play yourself playing the story mode and then be done with it? And then if you find people to play multiplayer online and stream, okay, do it then. But don't say that you just play for like only 10 minutes, a little bit of the story, and then you say, okay, that's it, I'm done, there's your story mode. Because it's no fun.
Nah. 3D game? Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if Smash Brothers was 3D eventually, but so far they sold well in their, fight each other in a side-scrolling way. But yeah, I did like Smash Brothers games.
The funniest character in Super Mario Smash Bros. Was that dog from Duck Hunt.
I haven't played the Switch version of Smash Brothers. I'm going to get the Ultimate for Switch soon. I do have the GameCube and the Wii versions of it. So, I think it's an interesting way to just play with various Castlevania characters, but like Harmony of Despair, it's not really... I mean, I don't feel it really gives much of the plot the way that Curse of Darkness or Lament of Innocence did. But I do feel that Grimoire of Souls has an interesting way to play with various characters. It's just a shame that it's on the Apple Store subscription, so you need an iPhone or a MacBook to actually play it. So that's
shame.
the sad part. There you go.
The way the sound effect.
He is. It took to Vampire Survivors to get Christopher back. Actually, Austin. Vampire Survivors has just about all of them, and I've been playing the Vampire Survivors live. Well, he should be. He is after Trevor, but before Simon. So I mean, I hope he's mentioned. I mean, he's. I do feel that Curse of Darkness characters hardly were mentioned at all, or shown besides the actual game, Curse of Darkness, and then in the Vampire Survivors. Actually, they have such a thorough catalog of Castlevania characters you can play as in Vampire Survivors that it's crazy. Then again, Vampire Survivors is pretty simple.
Yes, he did get that sword from that old man of the waterfall.
Now,
So
in
he
this
had-
game... No, sorry. In this game, you don't have the boomerang to pick up keys, but you can do it in later ones.
Yeah, I was about to say, so in this boss fight, he has to use the sword that he acquired.
Yeah, you need the upgraded sword to fight the boss.
I'm curious, what happens if you don't get the upgrade and you enter in the dungeon without that specific item? It's harder. It's gonna be harder to defeat the boss, isn't it?
Right. I mean, after this game, the main idea became you have to get a weapon to hurt some bosses. Like, you have to get a hammer to break the armor on a boss, or you need to get the boomerang to make the boss stop so he doesn't shock you with electricity, and so on. Yep, that's a good chronology right there. Leon, Trevor, Christopher, Simon, Juice, Richter, Julius. Yep, that's pretty good. So these guys, you have to hit them from behind, because if they're facing you, they've got their shield.
Yeah, just like Link. I mean, come on. Link doesn't have to be the only person who has a shield to defend himself. The enemies need to defend too. They have priorities.
Exactly. Oh, don't run through the
Oh my
fire
god,
boss.
why did he do that? Why did he do that? Whoa, what is that thing?
It's a boss. And that's the thing, is this game doesn't have special music for the boss. You just know that this thing takes a lot of hits.
Well, to be fair, not even on Super Mario Brothers NES had a special theme music for the boss. Until they reached further from the SNES and from Super Mario World, they added theme for the boss fights.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly a boss fight in Bowser's Castle so much it was running around him and getting the axe to break the bridge.
Or just use the fireballs.
Right. I didn't know the fireballs hurt him. I thought I had to get past him and get the axe.
No, I mean, you got two choices. But when you reach to the harder levels on that, your only option is to like try to use the fireballs on them.
Ah.
Because when you reach to World 6, 7, and 8 on Super Mario Brothers on the NES, and you reach to Bowser's Castle, he's not just gonna spit the fireball and jumps. He also uses the hammer. He also throws the hammer. So you have to be very careful if you're going for a suicidal charge. You gotta be careful to dodge the hammers as well. So make sure you also have a power up at least one.
Oh, Austin, what was it they showed in Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time? I mean, I've read the materials and I know that Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess is a distant sequel to Ocarina of Time. Is that what you're talking about?
Just imagine, wait until when if Nintendo decides to allow movie producers to create a live-action movie with Link, just like how they did with Mario. Because this year comes the second Mario movie, Super Mario Brothers 2 Galaxy.
Oh, right. That's the movie they're doing, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be arriving this year in April. So I don't know why, but if that's going to be the end of Mario, probably next project is going to be either Zelda or Donkey Kong.
I don't know. I cannot see Nintendo and Universal giving it up. I'm pretty sure that like Sonic...
I'm not saying that they have to give it up, but with Sonic, I mean, let's be honest. Sonic reached already to 3 movies, and now they're working on the 4th.
Yeah.
So
but I'm seeing Universal milking Mario Brothers. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's by Sony. That's not by Universal. But yeah, it's another. They are doing the live-action Legend of Zelda. It won't make it for the anniversary year, but it'll be the year of the Adventure of Link. But it will be next year is when they're planning to have it released. But
the question is who's going to be the voice acting for the princess and Link?
No, they picked actual live-action actors to do the roles, younger actors.
Oh,
the
really?
plan is Sony planned to do 3 movies as a trilogy. Yeah, that's true. In Simon's Quest, you can get a shield. It doesn't change the fact that it's substantially different and roaming around on the map.
Look at that life meter. It went up high.
Yup, he bought a heart. Now, later games obviously did the whole pieces, like 4 pieces of heart instead, but obviously, just the same as this, if you can find the secret to get more hearts, it's easier. Oh my. No, I don't like these flying things, but the stopwatch makes them easier.
Yeah, if you find it.
Yeah. And hurry before it runs out of time. And, you know, Austin, speaking of which, a lot of things happened for the first time in Simon's Quest. Buying from vendors, having more than one dungeon on the world map, all that came in that game. The unofficial first Metroidvania.
I'll be back in a few.
No problem. So, yeah, Simon got a shield. Let's think of what the other things that came first. Keys in Simon's Quest, yeah. And of course, you have the time limit in Simon's Quest too, and I think that's what Alstrafin is really annoyed with in Simon's Quest. Time limit, buying from shops, having a big world map like Adventure of Link, all of that is in Simon's Quest. So
Okay.
oh, I'm enjoying it so well. I forgot about the time. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. What happened so far? Yeah, it's Dracula's rib, and you have all the relics to bring Dracula back.
Yeah, just to find all the relics just to bring Dracula back so you can kill him again. For what reason? I don't know.
Well, same reason as Symphony, I guess. Because Symphony repeated a lot of Simon's Quest, but people like Symphony more. But yeah, I need to wrap this up. But yeah, I'm sorry, I need to wrap it up. I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it with everyone here.
Yeah, I mean it was fun. Maybe if we started an hour early, maybe that would have been different. But yeah,
I could try that. I mean, it'd be harder for me than you, but you're at a different time zone, so
now 1 hour means like 5 o'clock p.m., so it won't be that difficult.
yeah.
But
So
yeah, I mean it was fun. I mean, like I said, I never experienced the Zelda game, but the way how it looks for the NES as a nostalgia game, it's amazingly done. It is amazingly done. Uh, if people who are really fans of Zelda, I think you should play the NES, by my personal opinion. I mean, okay, sure, Sky is Sword HD, and the other HD that came on Nintendo Switch is fun to play because now you got because the technology with the nunchucks is gone, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you really are a true fan of the nostalgia, my recommendation first play the NES, and if you like to play the other Zelda games, go ahead. No one's stopping
yeah,
you.
I think Twilight Princess has the HD version as well.
I think there's a lot. I think there's more to it than that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure like mostly like all the Zelda games are now HD.
Yeah, remaster. But yeah, it was this which is good for 1986 and 87. It was 6.5 million copies on the first year of release. Considering you didn't have this shared console and PC market, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, so Austin, I'll check it out. I mean, there's the story mode for Grimoire of Souls. I haven't quite finished it, but I might be curious. Same concept of bringing Dracula back. Yes, it does. It's happened more than once, but the first time was Simon's Quest.
The first one was Simon Quest, but more talk about that next week on Thursday because that's
Yes.
one that's gonna be epic thing that we're gonna talk about, and probably
Oh, yes.
some of you guys in the audience will tap in the chat and say we hate the game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the next couple weeks are first Simon's Quest. Then after that, it's Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. And previously, we had a fun time talking about Escape from New York, the movie.
Yeah.
So that's next week. I hope we all have a wonderful time. See you next time, next week, same time, same channel.
Bye bye.
Bye.